What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about exactly what I would do if I had to start from absolute zero, okay? From absolute zero with dropshipping, Shopify, and e-commerce in general. So this is actually going to be a really fun video. I haven't done a video like this, I don't think. Maybe I have. I've made so many videos by now. But I hope that you find a lot of value in it. Of course, I'm going to hop into my computer and kind of show you some stuff rather than just talk about it, because I always think that that's the best way to go. I'm not going to make coffee right now. I was going to make some, but then I found this in my fridge. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these, like Chameleon Cold Brew. I've heard a lot of good things about them, but they're pretty expensive. I mean, I saw this side by side with like a Starbucks one, and of course this one's probably like has way less sugar and it's like concentrated or whatever, but this was double the price. I cannot believe it, but hey, I guess they got me with the marketing. Look at how cool the bottle is. But yeah, I'm gonna hop into my computer here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go. Alright guys, we are in my computer now, and just before I get started, I do want to say a little bit of a thank you to every single one of you. I mean, look at guys, 13,326 subs right now. This is unreal. I still remember like it was yesterday at the beginning of the year when I only had about 200 subscribers, and I was still doing live streams, still dropping value, and learning a ton about e-commerce at the time. I still am. And by the way, speaking on that, I did make like an Instagram story post last night. It was kind of like a rant. It wasn't a rant, but I was just saying about how, let me just put it in context. I was watching this video here that I have pulled up by Steve Tan. If you don't know who Steve Tan is, that's exactly kind of what I was ranting about. This guy and his brother, they're known as the Tan brothers. They are the only people I believe that have been able to pull off a $500,000 day, and I'm pretty sure they consistently pull off $200,000 to $400,000 per day on Shopify. Now here's the thing, look at how like their videos get literally like zero exposure, whereas videos like mine and other young dropshippers, we get all the exposure. And I don't know, and it's like I've accomplished a decent amount, but I'm nowhere near. This guy has done what I've done total in one day. You know what I'm saying? So it just surprises me that the only people who really know about these people are the people that are deeply immersed in this market, like myself and other big dropshippers that actually, actively seek these people's help and learn from them. So what the rant was kind of about, I just kind of meant, like the summary of it, I just said, to be really, really careful about who you're following, guys, because you don't want to be following people who are not actively learning about the businesses that they're teaching about. Don't just follow people that have done something a long time ago and now they're starting to teach about it, and things have changed. Things changed dramatically in the course of a year. So information that was really relevant a year ago now is completely obsolete. So just be careful with that. But yeah, I just wanted to thank every single one of you for this. But let's just get right into this. So I made a little Google Doc here, essentially just highlighting pretty much what I would do. So right here, if I had to start from zero, of course, the first thing I would do personally is just save up about $1,000, ideally more, and then just start testing products with Facebook ads. Okay, that's just gonna be like the simplest startup in my opinion. But I understand a lot of you guys, aren't willing to just, spend $1,000 to test products and whatever. So I did kind of create a little bit of a better outline. I know I've done something similar like this in the past, but this is literally what I would do right now if I only had about like $300 to $500 and I really wanted to start drop shipping. So essentially, this is why I said if I'm unable to save that much, at least $500. I guess you could pull it off with 300, but you want to have some sort of money for products, for paying for products essentially. But this is kind of a method that I would love to start a store like this. Even though I don't know if I will, maybe I will in the future, kind of as like a little Trend Cove project. But at the same time, I don't, because it's just too time consuming, But if I was starting over, and I would definitely do this. So essentially what you're gonna do is create kind of a niche store. It doesn't have to be super niche. It can be something like Trend Cove, which was like an outdoor store, right? Like an outdoor store where you can sell a bunch of different stuff related to the outdoors. So I have a page right here pulled up as an example. So what you could do is start your store, call your store like fish, outdoor life or something, outdoors life, and then kind of grow it like this person has grown their page. So as you can see, they don't get the craziest engagement, but they've grown their following significantly. So then you can kind of just post on Instagram, try to grow a following. It's easier than you think. I mean, obviously it takes time and consistency, but it's free to do. So that's why it's something that I would encourage you to do. And then when people start following you, of course, when people follow you, it's going to typically be people that are in the outdoors niche, like people that are interested in things that you might be selling. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna DM each one of those people. So you're gonna DM them an offer or just a link to send them to your site. And what you're gonna do on your site is you're gonna use something like MailChimp, which is 100% free up until about 2,000 subscribers or something, which is actually a lot of subscribers. So MailChimp is gonna be your best friend in this situation. And you're gonna send them either to just your product page in the DM, and then collect their email somehow, like through a pop-up or Wheelio, whatever you want to use. What you could also do is just create a landing page with MailChimp. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but MailChimp allows you to create just straight up landing pages. So instead of sending somebody to the product page, you could just send them to a landing page where they have to type in their email in exchange for, I don't know, whatever. Like you could say, our store is launching soon. Type in your email to get for a chance to get a free whatever, kind of like a giveaway. So I'm actually gonna type that. Send them to a giveaway landing page. Collects emails fast. Because this is actually a really good strategy. Like if you send all these people from your Instagram following to a landing page, right? And say something about a giveaway, oh my god, everybody's gonna sign up, of course. And then you're gonna gather a ton of emails, and these people are gonna be pretty engaged. So then, of course, you're gonna have to hit them super hard with email marketing. But it's super simple with MailChimp, guys. This is what I recommend, okay? Just go into MailChimp and mess around with the stuff. I'm not gonna dive into it in this video because it would just take up too long. And really, it's kind of self-explanatory. All you have to do is just, click on campaigns, create an email, and send it to all your subscribers or whatever list that you're growing. It's really simple, guys. You can definitely figure it out on your own. And if you can't, look it up on YouTube or buy a course on Udemy or something. But you're gonna have to hit them hard with email marketing. If you're doing this giveaway thing, I would recommend you do something like, you email them like weeks prior to whenever you're gonna do your product launch or whatever, and say, hey, the giveaway is in X amount of time. I'm really excited about this. You should be too, whatever, and then all the way up until that point where you actually do your product launch. Now, this is gonna be super, super effective, and I'm actually really excited to see if some of you guys are gonna try this. I think I've seen other people try this. There's a guy in my Facebook group that he says he only uses Instagram organic traffic to make sales, and he does like $300 a day. So that's actually pretty significant, and I'm sure he does some form of this. I know what he also does is, gather up affiliates. So what he also does is connects with other Instagram pages like these, right? But maybe a little bit smaller pages like micro influencers, and typically actual people. So people that are into fishing, right? People that are a little bit famous in the fishing world or whatever, and asks them to be affiliates. Now there's a ton of apps that allow you to do this. I think one of the best ones is Reversion. Let me just go apps. Reversion. And it allows people to have their own little affiliate dashboard on your site, right? So this is going to be super powerful because you don't have to pay these people. These people, you pay them after they get you sales, right? But that's pretty much it. So this is going to be super effective, and I think this is what the guy on my Facebook group does. And then, of course, after you've spent some time, you've probably made some sales after like a month of doing this for super, super cheap. Obviously, you haven't spent any money on ads yet. And you could spend money on ads prior to that with like buying Instagram shout outs or something like that, but you don't have to. So all of this right here, it's gonna definitely get you your first like $100 day if you do this right, and potentially even more than that. And it's going to cost you literally just your Shopify plan. So it's going to cost you maybe like $50, 30 for the plan, maybe a little more for the apps, right? It's going to be super cheap, $50 a month, right? So this is going to be the most cost-effective way to do it. And this is what I would do if I had to start from absolute zero, right? If I didn't have like my Facebook ads knowledge, obviously. But this is a really good way to kind of not spend all your money. Because guys, this is the thing about Facebook ads. Don't start Facebook ads unless you sort of know what you're doing. If you absolutely have no idea what you're doing with Facebook ads, don't do it, okay? Just learn more. Do something like this where you can actually start gathering up some data for your pixel, right? Because it's harder than you think to convert cold traffic, especially if you don't know what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know how to do it. Well, you know, so does my partner Ty, but we've been doing this for, 2 years, right? You guys are likely to have been doing this for like a month or two, or maybe a little longer, but it's still what you're still kind of, you don't want to spend a lot of money right now. Tyler and I, we're willing to spend a lot of money for testing products because it's just part of the business that we run now. This is our full-time job, so this is what we do. But for you, this is not a full-time job yet, so you have to be careful with how much you're spending. So this is going to be a super cost-effective way to really get some good results and some good data for your Facebook pixel. So it's super important that while you do all of this, that you have your Facebook pixel installed on your store. Because if you don't, you're pretty much just wasting a bunch of data that could help you out so much when it comes to Facebook ads, when you actually start diving into Facebook. Now, of course, if you still want to be super cost-effective when jumping into Facebook, because trust me, yes, you could do this forever and ever and ever, but why wouldn't you do paid ads after you have some money? It's just kind of, I don't think it's wise. You could just go with this and make free money all the time, but you're really limiting your potential greatly. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to pull off like $5,000 days just doing this, unless you're contacting like Kim Kardashian or something as your affiliate, But so once you decide to take the leap into Facebook, you have a little bit of money saved up now, a little more money because of how much, you spent a lot of time and effort making this work. And now you have a sustainable brand. You have a baseline, you're making money. Now you can still be super cost effective by starting your ad sets either with just lookalike audiences or just retargeting audiences, or both. I mean, it just depends on how much budget you want to allocate to Facebook ads, because that's totally up to you. This is kind of one of those things that you kind of have to take into account, that you don't have to spend X amount of money on Facebook to see results. It just depends on how many results you want to see, Obviously, the higher the budget, typically the more you make, but obviously the more you make from ads, typically it cuts into your margin a little more. And, if you don't have a lot of money to like upfront money to invest into your ads, you're not going to have enough money to fulfill your orders, and then you're just going to get a whole bunch of array of issues. So just go with something like this, right? I would do 3 to 5 ad sets at $5 a day, only with lookalike audiences though. I wouldn't even mess around with cold traffic. I would just dive straight into lookalikes, because if you've done this correctly, you should have at least enough emails or page views, like specific page views from a product, to create lookalike audiences. Now, from these lookalike audiences, of course, I would only do 3 to 5 if you have a limited budget, and then just scale slowly, right? So from these 3 to 5, you're definitely going to see some sales. I mean, I don't want to say it's guaranteed, but if you've been seeing sales with a specific product from this method, and you've gathered enough data, you can either, you can import that data to Facebook. It's really easy to create a lookalike audience, so, you can just do that on your own time. And then, test 3 to 5 ad sets per day at $5 a day. And then once you're starting to see some results, scale slowly. You don't have the budget to scale super massively, and I don't recommend you do so. Even though, guys, you should scale pretty fast if you have the money. But if you don't have the money, don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. So scale slowly, and the best way to scale slowly is just to make like 1 or 2 new ad sets a day. So when it comes to lookalikes, yes, you could just scale up your budgets, but personally, if you don't have the budget, I would just recommend you just keep making new ad sets. Keep making new ad sets instead. So, let's just say you did, like 1% to 5%, lookalikes, or let's just say 3%. Let's just say you did 3 different ad sets. Once you start seeing some results, you see which ones are doing decent. You're just gonna make the 4%, and then the next day you're just gonna make the 5%, and just take it slow. Keep creating a new lookalike ad set every single day, and then you could also start introducing some retargeting audiences for your site visitors, for the people that engage with your post, anything you want, guys. So just mess around with this strategy. I think this would be super effective, and this was kind of a fun video to make. I mean, hey, in the future, once I release the course, once I'm like a lot more free in terms of my time, I'm definitely down to try this into a store and just kind of showcase kind of like what I did with Trend Cove, if this actually works, because it does work, guys. I know a bunch of people that only do this. In fact, there are people that only teach this, right? That this is kind of their main way of doing things, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool, because a lot of people, guys, this is the thing, they want to see that money quick, and it just does not happen like that. It never does. It does for a few people, but for the people, if it happens super fast, they're gonna crash and burn, guys. Like, the failure is such a huge part of the journey. Like, it sounds so corny, but it's 100% true. I don't think I would be here today if I didn't fail so many times. If I would have had success right away, I would not be here today, straight up, because I wouldn't know what doesn't work, right? And that's why failing is so great. But yeah, obviously it sucks, but this is gonna be a good way to kind of minimize your losses when you fail, because if you fail doing this, yes, you lost a lot of time, but you didn't lose a lot of money, right? And that's at the beginning. Sometimes that's more important, is to just maximize the things that you can do for free and kind of maintain a little bit of cash flow while you keep saving up and have money to invest, because no business can be started without money, except for maybe like social media marketing. But even then, you probably will need some money to at least know what you're doing with Facebook ads or whatever. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you apply some of these strategies that I talked about. And like I said, I think I am going to do a live stream tonight. If I don't do it tonight, I will do it tomorrow night. So just make sure you follow me on Instagram so you stay updated on exactly what's going to happen with the live stream. And that's pretty much all I got, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you got some value, if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. We're growing super quick. As you can see right here, like we're growing super quickly. And guys, I do answer like every single question pretty much. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part, I answer every single question you guys ask me in the comments, as long as it's not like 2 paragraphs long. So make sure you comment below if you like these videos. Comment, say whatever, say what's up to me, connect, whatever. So let's do it. I'm really excited for you guys to join the fam, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.